All right, I'm in the middle of the hallway. We have a new tour guide. Jojo, Johanna the cat, Jody, has decided to come up to the barn and visit with us. Everyone knows Jake at this point. Okay, so one thing that I'm most blown away by the talent of these guys, one of Justin's subgroups, is how we figured out how to line this entryway. So we used old ceiling tin, and then they took the lathe strips here, like these are the barn lathe strips we used for this trim, and they made them really, really thin so it would curve around the arch. And it looks so good. They did such a great job. We were trying to figure out, okay, do we sheetrock it? What do we put? Do we just do the barn metal? And I found some of this. Some of it I got on eBay and some of it I got from Eric out in Memphis, and it came out so good. Okay, so since my last video, everything's been painted and wallpapered. So we're in the hallway. This is called Casablanca. It's a really pretty kind of tan, very light tan, creamy color. And then we've got White Dove. I tried to just go very neutral. I didn't want to go grays, so I wanted to do kind of warm, more natural looking, like a brown. Jojo, do you like it? Are you trying to tell us something? All right, here's the bathroom. This is the old vintage wallpaper. Now, I loved this one here, but I didn't have enough to cover the walls that I wanted. And so I found a complement that was actually, I bought on a separate purchase, but the colors match really well. You've got green, blue, red, yellow. And the wallpaper folks did a really good job. This was very difficult to work with because, as you can imagine, it's from the 30s and 40s, so it's very brittle. And then we've got our blue beadboard ceiling. It's hard to really appreciate it because we don't have lights yet, but electricians are coming tomorrow. Okay, so we've got White Dove trim. In here, this is called accessible beige. It's kind of like a, very light tan. The trim is White Dove. One thing that is really fun, so here's the closet. These doors I got out in Memphis. When you open this, we had extra Western wallpaper, and so I asked them to put it on the panels. And one thing they did was they matched, here's the right side, on the left side, they're mirror images of each other, which is pretty fun. The closets turned out great. Okay. Come on, you're gonna come with me? All right, here, this is Casablanca still. Tried to just keep it very simple because we have a lot going on. Here's the Western wallpaper that I got on Spoonflower, and the designer is actually, she's from Middle Tennessee. So we've got these Western images in like a nice brown, warm hue, or I don't know if hue's the right term, color, I guess. And this is gonna be the laundry room, hot water heater, those green couches. It's like a tack room, hangout room. All right. Here is the office. This is the Swedish paper with the design cloverbod, and the bottom is the grayish blue called sea salt. Now, if you look close, well, sometimes you can find a 4-leaf clover, which is cool, but you can see the sea salt really is close to the match in the gray. I thought that would be a nice compliment. And got these beautiful, gotta back up here, cabinets done. Those 4 panels, those glass panels are actually wavy glass doors. I got those in Memphis, and then I gave them to the carpenter, Ryan Lowe, up in East Nashville. He did my cabinets. And I said, can you please use these doors in the design? Now, we had a miscommunication with the hardware, and it's gonna be the same clasp, but bigger. The wrong size was put on, but he did a great job. There's beadboard. These are also White Dove. And put a bunch of books in there. Okay, check out my spandrel. It's a Victorian fretwork spandrel. little seat to put your boots on, and this coat rack will get hung up tomorrow when the guys get here. Okay, so now we're in kitchen, living, dining. And this actually is the cheapest wallpaper I got on Home Depot. This is very traditional, it's toile. Okay, like, I don't know what era toile is, but I know it's old. And fortunately, it was not too expensive because this took up a lot of wallpaper. And you can see now the mantle, we had the tile guys come back. This is very, very thin salvaged brick, and it's pretty neat because you can see letters and stamps that were, you know, carved into it at the time. And then I found these old encaustic tiles on Etsy. And I'm not sure what we're gonna do in between the mantle in here. We had some miscommunication with the depth, and I think hopefully the guys will just use some slivers of wood so we can paint it. This is called creamy. This is Sherwin-Williams creamy in here. We did everything creamy. And here are the cabinets. Ryan did these cabinets too, and the glass doors are also from Memphis. They're salvage, and we were able to integrate them in the design. This blue is called Stiff Key Blue. We've got soapstone countertops. I found this tile from an estate sale in Franklin, Tennessee. And at first I thought, oh wow, this is so great, it's Blue Delft. Well, it's reproduction, because Blue Delft, the more I researched it, it's done by hand. And so you would see different variations of like pressure with the ink. And because see how this is all consistent, like all consistent blue, it's, you know, it's machine made, but it's still cool. We've got floating shelves here. That's made from the barnwood. I asked Ryan to do a wine rack and wine glasses. Did a beautiful job. Fridge is going there, stove here. I got these brass rails that will go on the bottom of the shelves and below this cabinet to hang cups. Got our farmhouse sink. Lighting goes in tomorrow. I found old lighting from Indianapolis. And then another spandrel here, floating shelves, cabinets going there too. Here's mudroom. This is accessible beige on this wall. And then the rest is Casablanca. And I was just putting varnish on the pocket doors, which I kind of regret because you can't really appreciate this bathroom with it being dark right now. But you can see all of the beautiful geranium wallpaper, my Eastlake dresser. This pink door is wet right now, and I don't want to try to shut it because it might stick. But this bathroom is really cool. This here is called Fresh Artichoke, and it wants to stick. There we go. That's the medicine cabinet that was white. This here is called Antique White, but it's Benjamin Moore. Okay, so now we've got some nice light in here. So it's interesting, Antique White Benjamin Moore is very different from Antique White Sherwin-Williams. This is called Queen Anne Pink, and you can see I just put the varnish on that side too, so it's pretty shiny. But you can see the geranium's pretty good in this window. Excuse me, please. This is the wallpaper I got in London from someone on eBay. But the painters and the wallpaper folks did a really, really good job. And I'll show you what we've been working on outside. Some other small things. So this is going to be in the bathroom with the geraniums painted. I had Luis, who's a really, really talented carpenter, working on this. He made this shelf. We're going to put some hooks for towels. Painted this shelf for the other bathroom with the vintage paper. And then in here, kitchen table, kitchen cabinet, all this stuff we've just kind of been holding until we're ready to move in. There's a headboard. So movers are coming this week. This is a very big week. I'm really excited about it. Okay, oh here's this beautiful kitchen island, and we got soapstone on that too. All right, here's this really cool thing. here's the sides that the guys have been working on. This is a salvage porch that I bought in Eagleville. Now there's a farmhouse in Eagleville where I got that big arch door, several of the huge interior doors, and all the porch posts that you've seen, and this gingerbread. This is authentic late 1800s. The guys have been working, you know, the salvage, it's really hard because it's not made to size. It's not made to fit this, right? Like, it's a lot of custom work, a lot of cutting. They had to see that top, it's a 2x4. The bottom, the scallop is original, but they've had to get really creative, and they're talented guys, and we figured it out. But working with the salvage, it's hard because the materials are old. And, you know, when I order new trim, you get it measured just for the size. Well, this is, you just have to try to make it work. So they're going to put the sides up tomorrow, which is going to be awesome. And, okay, guys, this is a door I got in Bowling Green, and it's pretty neat because you look at the bottom, see the scallops, and you see the mail slot. I didn't buy them together. It just sort of worked out that I've got scallop porch and the scallop trim. So that's what we got. We've got my lighting all in a pile. Everything's in a pile. I'm excited to get organized. I think I've shown you the herringbone that's been done on the porch. I can't remember. We had such a dry June, and now it's very, very wet, and trying to get grading work done, but it's delayed. So moving right along.